Welcome to Morrison County Commission public hearing for July 22nd, 2025. Please stand for the flag pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I have a few items to cover before we get started. Please sign in at the door if you have not done so already. There you will also find a detailed handout of the step-by-step procedure we will follow tonight. If you wish, please take one. Please put any electronic devices on silent mode at this time. Also, please note that all testimonies be recorded for the record. Members of the Planning Commission are appointed by the County Board of Commissioners with one member from each of the 5 commissioner districts. Land Service staff is here to assist the Planning Commission with its duties. The task of the Planning Commission is to hold a public hearing and make a recommendation to the County Board of Commissioners for approval or denial of requests for conditional and interim use permits, rezones, plats, and ordinance amendments in accordance with state law and county ordinance. The burden of proving a request meets the criteria for approval rests with the applicant. There is a protocol for how we will proceed tonight. For each request on the agenda, we will hear a staff report, hear testimony from the applicants, and then we'll discuss and gather more information as needed. Next, I will ask if there's anyone in the audience wishing to speak to the request. I will ask that each party come to the podium over by the door, state their name and address for the record, and give their testimony. Please be as factual as possible and direct all statements and questions to me. After all testimony is complete, I will close the public hearing portion of the process. The Planning Commission will then review and discuss the case in terms of our finding of fact criteria as required by Minnesota statute and county ordinance. We'll have a series of votes, discuss whether conditions be made. Then there will be a final motion to recommend approval or denial to the County Board of Commissioners. After this final vote on your request, you may leave if you wish. The County Board of Commissioners will then consider the request and our recommendation at their next regular meeting and will either grant or deny your request. Okay, so first up on our agenda tonight, Kevin and Carrie Dembowski, if you'd want to come up and sit. 32036 Quest Road, Piers, Minnesota. Application for an interim use permit to establish a limited rural business for a farm market learning center located in southwest quarter of Southwest Quarter, Section 3, Township 42, Range 29, Pulaski Township. And then when you speak into the microphone, please, but could you say your names for the record, please?
My name is Carrie Dembowski.
And my name is Daisy Dembowski.
Okay, thank you. I guess at this time I'd turn it over to Darren with the staff report if he's ready.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. So the request is to establish a limited rural business, specifically a farm market and rural living learning center. Ordinance section 604.8 requires an interim use permit for a limited rural business, and section 1211.1.4, contains the performance standards for limited rural businesses. So this is an aerial review or an aerial photo of their property. This is the 40-acre piece highlighted in blue. This is an oblique image of their property, specifically with the arrow pointing to the shed where the learning center would be located within. So the applicant proposes to operate a year-round limited rural business consisting of a farm market, a learning center within the existing shed on the property. Storage and lean-tos and covered patios are also proposed additions on this building. The learning center would offer agricultural-based classes such as food and canning and preservation. If the meals are provided to students, they would be provided by a licensed caterer. The floor plan also indicates a coffee shop. It's unclear how much of the business would be offered to the public versus students at the learning center. The applicant will install a septic system to serve this building. The class size, frequency, and waste strength must be evaluated to ensure adequate septic system treatment. These are the performance standards for limited rural businesses found in the ordinance. and the specific criteria found in there. So these two. And these are your criteria questions for the interim use. And that is all I have, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Darren. Anything you heard, it's all fine, or you need to change anything, or?
I think so. Yeah, we want to have classes. We want to teach people how to cook and can. I have been working with Brian at the Department of Ag. Someone maybe from your group had said I should speak with Public Health, and they said that I should work with the Department of Ag, is where our business would go under. So if there's any kind of food regulations or whatever, we would follow whatever those are given by them.
Okay, so maybe, we read through the packet, you got a lot of information, you just want to kind of give us an overview of what you're thinking, like, how this came about, or like, how many days a week, a month, a year, whatever you want to do this, just maybe give us an overview of what your plans are.
Okay, so we like to grow vegetables on our farm, and we do have some fruit. And I love to teach people how to cook and can and that kind of thing. And so it would be nice if we would be able to have classes for the community, because we'd like to be more with the community, like have things for kids or for other people in our community to teach them about agriculture, how to plant, how to grow, that kind of thing. And a part of that is to teach them how to can and preserve. So I have worked with, her name was Suzanne Dreesen. She used to do classes on how to preserve correctly, because a lot of people use a pressure canner incorrectly, or water bath incorrectly. They put things in the oven that they shouldn't, and that kind of thing. So we'd really like to teach them how they should be doing that. We'd also like to have, we have our cottage food license, and so we'd like to teach other people, the correct way how to preserve acidified foods so they're safe for when they're selling them. Just to be more with the community, and I don't know, because we like doing that kind of thing. I don't know.
Okay. So I guess at this time I'd open up to the Planning Commission. If you guys have any questions for the applicant or staff, now would be the time.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead, George.
So I guess, just looking at the performance standards here and stuff, so maybe you can kind of enlighten us on if you're going to have employees and all that kind of stuff, and your hours of operation, what you're looking at.
Sure.
Just to give us an idea.
Probably from 9 to 5, mainly probably on the weekend. If we do have our classes, we don't want them very big because it'd be hard to teach a lot of people in the first place. So 20 or less. We do have someone came in in that packet. There's it's not a very good diagram, but it has where we'd have to make more parking to hold more cars. And so we have area that we can do that. We'd be open from 7 to 5. Anything else?
Well, let's see. Well, as far as, I guess that mostly is when we would be selling our plants, the greenhouse. But as far as classes, they would maybe be held, once or twice a month.
Right. It wouldn't be every day at all.
Right,
No.
exactly.
So it wouldn't be everyday classes.
No.
It would be as probably you get enough people to hold a class,
Right.
I'm
Yes.
assuming, yeah. Okay.
And maybe once or twice a month, I would think. Yeah.
So then is it just going to be you
Just
two?
us two. As
Just
far
you
as
two?
employees, I hope
Okay.
not to hire
Okay.
anybody, because that's a whole nother,
Yeah,
big episode. So I do have my daughter Daisy, I have my other daughter Ivy, and their significant others that help us, but nobody that's paid or anything like that. We just do what we can do.
Okay, very good, thank you. That's all I have for now.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Marvin.
a few questions. We talked about parking, and first, how many vehicles are you anticipating a day at most?
Well, we would limit the classes to 20, so 20 people, so the most
Okay.
should be 20 at a time.
Okay, so another thing, we'd probably write up a condition, and I don't know if Darren wanted to take notes on this here, that there would be absolutely no parking in the road right away. That was recommended by the county engineer.
Correct.
And another item that was brought up is the septic, being able to handle what you have there. And here, that would have to be going through the process
Yes.
with that. And that would be a condition also, having a septic that would be sized for that. But, so you had said basically 9 to 5, and just weekends only, or how often, how?
I'm not sure, I work at St. Cloud Hospital Monday through Friday, so I'm thinking mainly on the weekends because otherwise I'd have to take off from work, so.
Okay,
Yeah, and as far as the septic, there's a picture in there. We had the septic guy, he gave what it would have to be, kind of for how many people.
yep,
But he was planning like for 50. There's like 50 chairs. He said in a picture that we sent, he said, well, there's 50 chairs. I should plan for 50. I'm like, well, that's kind of a lot because I can't teach 50 people at one
better to
time.
oversize it than
Yeah, that's
undersize it.
what he said. He said, well, you have enough room for 50. He said, we'll plan bigger because it's hard to go and add on to that. So he did put specs in there for whatever 50 people for a sewer would be.
Okay, good. And then you were, about licensing for doing some of this here, some of it was going through the Department of Ag, you were saying, was there other, for being able to serve some of these foods, do you have to have additional licensing, and does that have to go through public health, or how does that work with that?
Yeah, so if we cook food, from what I understand from public health, is if we would cook food and serve it, like if it'd be not like exactly a restaurant, but like if we were going to do that, we have to have a commercial kitchen, which someday maybe we'd want to do that, but not right away, because, just to change the shed over to a nice space would be a lot of money already, so it's kind of a
Okay.
slow process.
Okay, and so you would be using the existing approach that's there and not having to change anything on that, correct?
I think our driveway, would probably benefit from being wider. I would have to work with the highway, the county highway department, to look at that. But it seems like our driveway, even when we come in, with a truck and trailer or something, it's kind of narrow. So I would think that to widen it maybe would be a good idea.
Okay, well, sounds like you're forward thinking on some of this. So that's all I have at this moment, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I got, so this is kind of like a two-part business, basically. So you want to sell some produce, or is it like, not like it's greenhouse, no flowers, whatever, it don't matter, but, so you want to sell stuff and then also teach classes, so it's kind of a two-part thing,
Right.
right? Okay. And then, so yeah, don't pay to be open every day. So you're just thinking a few days a week that's what your
Yeah,
plans are.
for the
Yeah.
classes, it would be,
Yep.
yeah.
So basically, it's no different than just operate in a greenhouse,
Right.
other than the classroom situation.
Right.
Okay. Okay, and then if this moves forward, being it's an interim use permit, we have to tie an end date to this. Okay, so an end date could be, you could put 10 years on it, you could put 20, you could put it when you no longer own the property. Some people do it if your kids are gonna take it over. They say when their kids no longer own it. If we do that, then we have to list their names. So I don't know what your thoughts are, what you'd want for an end date for this permit. Cause it goes with you, it don't go with the land.
Okay, well, my daughter would like to buy our place.
Yep.
So I would like to put it, I don't know, however we would have to word it so that it would go to her.
So it'd just be, it would be
she's taking-
probably worded that till you no longer own the property or your daughter, if that's what you wanna put on there, and then
Sure.
we'd have to put her name.
Daisy Dembowski.
Okay, so that's what you wanna do? Okay, Darren, can you write, you got that down? Okay. Okay. I think all my other questions got answered. The other guys asked them all, had hours of operation, employees, end date, parking. So yeah, at least, like Marv said, everything we asked, you've already been checking on things. Seems like you're willing to work with the right places to get things done right, so that's good. Anybody else have any other questions for the applicants, or?
I'll wait until the public comment
Yeah.
is done.
Yeah. Okay, so then at this time, I guess we'll just move to the public comment section of this public hearing. So if anybody wishes to speak on this application, please go to the podium and state your name for the record and say your piece, I guess.
Yes, hi. My name is Rich Tagora. I'm the neighbor right across the road, 32075 Quest Road. And my main concern is the hours. And right now, the greenhouse is running, and I know there's traffic in till like 6 o'clock at night. And there was a concern with Carrie about my dogs barking. Well, it's gotten worse now. Apparently, their vegetables are very good, and it's drawing in the deer. I see them coming across the road all day long, coming out of there. But my main concern is the hours. That I'm a veteran. I suffer from PTSD. I got 2 Purple Hearts, so I moved there 40 years ago for the peace and quiet. And of course, as time goes on, that doesn't happen. But that's my main concern is the hours.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Any other public comment? Any other public comment? I'll ask one more time. We got to ask 3 times, so this will be the 3rd and final time. Any more public comment? Hearing none, we'll close this portion of the meeting to the public. One thing, Darren, we'll give you a little bit of time, but could you pull up like the aerial of that? Just so we can kind of see the neighborhood too a little bit. Right, there we go. Can it, I suppose you'd have to go on Beacon to get any more.
Certainly do that if you wish, Mr. Chair.
Well, it'd be nice just to see what kind of the surrounding area is to it.
I think Rich lives right across the street.
Yeah, but I'd just like to see what the rest is, so. While Darren's working on that, Brent, did you have anything?
No, I think the question that Mr. Stugura asked about was kind of answered already, the hours of operation.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead,
as it
Marlon.
was brought up earlier, parking for 20 vehicles, that yard doesn't look that large for handling them. Did you, I don't know, that's why I'd like to have it zoomed in, and whereabout would you be putting them?
It's actually that whole grassy area to the east, right there where your
Yep,
cursor
right
is.
there.
Yep, all that grass up to the fence and then down this way. Oh, not quite that far. Right where it says like that 2, right there. So that whole piece in there,
Oh, and then right there,
right
yep.
there, yep.
Okay, so that's,
That whole section where all that grass is right now.
yeah, that would definitely hold 20 cars.
Yeah.
Okay,
That'll be removed and,
Yep.
yep, class 5 or whatever needs to be put in.
okay, thank you.
It's plenty far off, so Rich, I'm assuming lives right across the road there. Okay.
Yes.
And then, yeah, so there isn't a lot of people around. Unfortunately, he lives right across the road. So there'd be some extra traffic, but how much do you get now? Because I'm assuming you're doing operations right now.
It just depends, on the day. There's several days we don't have anybody.
Yep.
Some days, like Mother's Day is a busy weekend.
Right.
I think was it Memorial Weekend?
Yeah, because what we do, it's very seasonal, like our flowers and tomato and pepper plant sale. So we open April 12th this year, and then we ended for Father's Day weekend. So then when we end our greenhouse season, people have to either call me, message me, or something like that, because I still have trees and shrubs available, if people so want to buy. But as far as being open every day from 9 to 5, we close our season just like every greenhouse does. So then we are growing produce, we're doing other things, but like I say, if people still want perennials or, what I have left, if they let me know ahead of time and contact me, it's just one person here and there, right now. But yeah, so that was our season. So we do that for a short while. We end it, we grow with things, and then once we're done growing, then we basically take a break, and then that's when we're ordering for next year and getting stuff ready and planning for next year. So then our winter is, pretty mild, so.
Okay, so you're basically in business for 3 months out of the year?
Yes.
Other than possibly your teaching?
Right.
Right.
So you don't,
Actually, remember from
you don't
April
like
to May.
sell out and then replant things and try some later in the year?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay. Yep, I understand how that works. My daughter has a flower greenhouse, so yeah, same type of thing. Okay,
Mr. Chair,
go ahead, Brent.
just one follow-up question on the hours of operation again, just for clarification. It is to continue doing the learning center during those same hours of operation, not outside of those hours?
No, it'd be outside of our greenhouse season hours of
Well,
operation.
he means like from
Hours of
7 to
operation
5.
during the day?
Yeah, during the
Oh,
day.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so it isn't gonna be 9 o'clock at night?
No.
and-
No,
Okay.
No.
Right now, we're actually 9 to 5.
Okay, so the hours of operation with the learning center will kind of coincide with hours of operation now?
Right.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman?
go ahead, George.
So, just so I'm clear, so you're looking at maybe just a few classes a month, not classes continuously, week in, week out? Okay, okay.
no,
It's supposed to
You
be
don't wanna
fun.
work that-
it's supposed to be, yeah.
You don't want to work that hard, or?
No.
Okay, you guys got anything else? No, I'm good. You ready to go through the criteria questions? Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Brent.
do we want to address some of those conditions that were brought up before we go through the questions?
Sure.
Just so they're on the record and we have that in mind as we're voting on this.
No, we're not voting, we're discussing, but yes, go ahead, Darren, do you have that?
Yeah, I created a little list over here. You can tell me if there's any changes you would like to see.
Yep.
No parking within the road right-of-way. The septic system shall be approved by Morrison County Land Services before any classes begin and shall be sized for the use, and testing of the waste strength shall occur. And this is my own added thing on here,
Yep.
just knowing the situation a little bit. Within 1 year of starting to determine if additional testing is required. So the strength of waste is a concern with the
Yep.
use like that. So just the intent of that would be they would grab a sample out of the tanks, test for strength, and determine whether or not it's high strength or not. That's what that would be. Then the other one that was brought up was licensing. Must keep and maintain all state and county licenses required for this business. And hours of operation for the classes shall be 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then the last one would be the end date, as long as Carrie or Daisy Dembowski own the property.
You agree with all them? You can live with all that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that answered that for you, Brent?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay, we'll just go through these here. The use will not put an excess burden on roadways, utilities, and public facilities such as parks and schools. John?
I mean, I think the applicant answered it here as far as the number of cars all in, 20 at a time, and when it's a greenhouse season, minus a Mother's Day or a Father's Day, you probably have a little more traffic. I don't think it's gonna change the actual use, so it's not gonna put an excessive burden on the roadways, not utilities, no public facilities around there, and I don't know if there's a park or school within 5 miles, 10 miles, so probably sitting okay on number 1.
Okay, thank you, John. Anybody else have anything to add? If not, I'll go to question 2. The request will not be detrimental to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding vacant properties for uses predominant area. Brent?
You know, it's already operating as a greenhouse. I drive by there on a daily basis, so I'm familiar with how this lays out. I'm a patron of that, along with my wife. She visits there quite often.
Thank
Pick
you.
up flowers and trees and plants, and It's kind of a nice business in the area. I don't think that the proposed use is going to add any more increased traffic to the area. Having small classes of 20 or so a couple times a month should not adversely affect anything in the area.
Okay, thank you. I'd just like to add, we had, the neighbor was worried about the hours of operation, so we thought about, I at least thought about that. 5 o'clock, at least it's not so evasive late at night. It's out in ag. It's probably no different than somebody out making hay or whatever. It's not like you're doing it till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. And it's for a short period of the year. So I think that that's reasonable, I could say. That's all I'd maybe add to question 2. Okay, question 3. The use and opinion of the planning commission is reasonably related to the existing land use and environment. Groundwater, surface water, and air quality in the surrounding area will not be adversely affected by the proposed use. George?
Yes, the area is zoned ag, limited rural business is allowed in ag. There should be very little or no impact to ground and surface water, air quality should not be affected, and I think as Darren stated, that there would be some testing in a year to test that sewage coming out of that place to make sure that they have the right septic system installed.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have anything to add to question 3? If not, we'll move on to question 4. The use is consistent with the purposes of the zoning ordinance and the purposes of the zoning district in which the applicant intends to locate the proposed use. Marvin?
I believe it is. It's actually ag, in ag area, and it is with the learning center, it's tying items that would be ag related. And it's on the main tar road, so I feel it fits in this here quite well.
Okay, thank you, Marvin. Anybody have anything else to add to question 4? If not, we'll move on to question 5. The use is not in conflict with the comprehensive plan or the water plan of the county. When I look at the comprehensive plan, it meets all the criteria that we asked for in that. When we look at the water plan of the county, it's not a big commercial use. It's just vegetables, trees, things like that. Yes, during the course of the teaching, there'll be some cooking, there'll be some waste from that, but it's not like industrialized. It's small amounts, I think with the proper sewer size and all them things, and then with the condition to be within regulations and have the proper licenses and all them things, I think our water plan of the county is pretty safe with what this, it's not very invasive. It's pretty small scale, so that'd be my answer for question 5. Anybody else have anything to add? Okay, if not, we'll move forward to vote. Keep in mind the conditions. There was 5 of them, Darren, or 4?
1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 with the end date.
Okay, so we have 5 with our end date. So keep them in mind when you vote. So if nobody has anything else, we'll just proceed to vote. Okay. Question 1, the use will not put an excess burden on roadways, utilities, and public facilities such as parks and schools. John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Marvin?
Yes.
Question 2, the request will not be detrimental to the use and enjoyment of other property in immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding vacant properties for uses predominant area. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Marvin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes. Question 3, the use and opinion of the planning commission is reasonably related to the existing land use and the environment. Groundwater, surface water, and air quality in the surrounding area will not be adversely affected by the proposed use. George?
Yes.
Marvin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes. Brent?
Yes.
Question 4, the use is consistent with the purposes of the zoning ordinance and the purposes of the zoning district in which the applicant intends to locate the proposed use. Marvin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Okay, question 5, the use is not in conflict with the comprehensive plan or the water plan of the county. Myself, Clint is yes. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Marv?
Yes.
And John?
Yes.
Okay, looks like we answered all 5 questions in affirmative, so I guess I'd take a motion to recommend approval.
Mr. Chair, I'd make that motion to approve this and forward it to the county board
With the 5 conditions.
with the 5 conditions,
Yep.
yes.
And I would second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's a motion made and second to recommend approval with the 5 conditions. All in favor say aye. Brent?
Aye.
George?
Aye.
Marvin?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Myself, Clint is aye. So we're gonna recommend to the County Board of Commissioners that they approve this. That's what our recommendation will be, and they'll hear that on their meeting on July 29th, okay? So, any questions between now and then, or even after that, get a hold of Land Services and they'll help you through that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for all your time.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody have any old business or new business for the Planning Commission? I don't have any, so I guess we got some minutes from July 8th. Did you guys get a chance to look them over?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to approve the minutes that were set forward here from our July 8th meeting.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
okay, motion made and seconded to approve the July 8th minutes. All in favor say aye.
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 Okay, minutes approved.
How about a motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman?
Okay, is there a
I'll
second?
second it.
Okay, motion made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
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 Okay, meeting adjourned at 6:34.